Okay, everybody. Well, welcome to the maWebCenters Client Education webinar series. This series occurs on Tuesdays throughout the month, and we have an ongoing schedule. But I also just want to let you guys know that we also sometimes just have a special session. So if something's going on in the marketing world or in small business world that's important, and we feel we just want to offer an additional education session around that topic, we will go ahead and do that. So just check your email or check our social media accounts for announcements on topics that you can expect to learn about. In addition, I also wanted to let you guys know that one of the items that we have planned for our clients uh, this year is to create short tutorial videos on how to use all of our technology. So if you own a website with maWebCenters and you have the whole digital marketing suite that comes with that, and you maybe haven't taken full advantage of all of the features and benefits that come with your website, this playlist that will be coming soon will probably be really, really helpful for you if you like to just kind of see short tutorials, and maybe that would just make it easier for you to dive in there. So that's something to look forward to. We hope to have a number of the e-commerce ones launched first in English, and then we're going to move forward and talk about editing a website, make short videos for that. We're going to make short videos around all of our digital marketing tools as well. And so by the way, that is, that is not the only resource that you have for support or help with using any of those tools or features. All of our clients have unlimited access to technical support as well. And so, while we are working on those short videos to make it a little easier for you, you can always call in a tech support 24/7, 866 web help, and they're available to help you for as long as you need with whatever you need support with. So as we go through the session tonight, if any of the items that we're talking about for your online strategy this coming year stand out to you and it's something that you want to do, understand that you have a number of options for moving forward and taking action around those items. So, for example, if you decide, you know what, it's time to rethink my website design, you can, and we're going to go through all of the options, but you'll have the option to do it yourself or to do it yourself with tech support or to just purchase a design package. It depends on what you're looking to save, time or money, or what your goals are, your time limits are, what you're able to do and what you're not able to do. And so as we go through each of these, just understand that you have solutions and options with any of these items if that's something that you're interested in. So as you can see, the topic for tonight is prepping for 2016. maWebCenters right now, we're going to talk more about this a little bit in a little bit, is launching a huge campaign called hashtag Love Local Biz. And it's all about really showing the love for local businesses and helping to make local business, small business, the big thing in 2016. And so we really do consider ourselves in partnership with our clients, and that's why we want you guys to be successful online, because we know that without local business, the economy would suffer, and that's what this great country was built on. And so we're all about you guys, and we're all about helping you to come up with the best online strategy possible for the new year. So as we go through these, I want you guys to evaluate your website design, your website's content, your social media strategy, your online marketing strategy, and overall how you plan to build your brand and your online community. So we're going to talk through site planning and goals, rethinking your online presence. We're going to go through and we're going to talk about what are the goals for your website. And you have to ask yourself, um, if your goal is you want your website to help, generate sales for your business, um, is your website built in a way that helps to achieve that? Right? Or is your website supposed to be informational? And if that's the case, great. Is your website having all of the information that you hope that it would have on it, that it can be actually informative for your viewers? Do you want it to have resources? Is your website properly branding you? That's an important question to ask. When people put websites together, originally, they would just kind of throw something on there, and just to have a website was good enough. And that's just not the case anymore. I mean, first impressions are everything. And, in 2016, there aren't going to be a lot of people that are really, when they get to your website, if it's not branded properly, if it's not giving the right impression, they're not going to stay on it. And we all know that because we've all gone to websites that are great. We've all gone to websites that are not great. And so we want to evaluate the branding aspect or the design aspect of your website as well. Is the contact information helpful? Is it written in a way that's helpful to the people that might be viewing it on mobile? Or is it, difficult to find? Is your website conducive for referrals? Meaning, if someone came to your website and was looking more to refer you guys to someone that they know, can someone that's looking for more information do proper research on your company? Do you have testimonials? Do you have shopper reviews? Do you have information on there that someone that was referred to you can evaluate and decide, do they want to pick up the phone and call you, or do they want to go to your place of business? So we'll talk more about that in a minute, but these are just some basic things that you can ask yourself is, does your website achieve the goals that you have for your website? And it's just a yes or no answer. And if the answer is no, great. Then go ahead and highlight that for yourself, because that's a great place to start when you start rethinking what your website's going to look like and how it's going to function. DMS stands for Digital Marketing Suite. All of our maWebCenters websites come with marketing tools, right? Digital marketing tools for search engine optimization to increase visibility, or social media. You have the ability to create landing pages, which can be really helpful, especially if you're in sales, or if your business has multiple focuses. So, for example, if you're a contractor and you specialize in kitchens and baths, but you also work on exteriors or windows, it could be helpful to create some landing pages around each of those items, so that if you decide to do any marketing around those areas, people could get to pages that are specifically designed, or just for that purpose. Those are called landing pages. Can your website capture leads, and can it send out autoresponders? So if somebody sends in their email address because they want more information, is your website set up to auto respond to those lead captures and send them an automatic email saying thank you for submitting your email, someone will contact you shortly, and in the interim, here's a great resource or a great download or a great video to watch. Digital marketing suite, are you using email campaigns? Building your online community is a really powerful way to increase your customer loyalty and to lead to more referrals and to grow your business. In addition to social media, another great thing is to work with opt-in emails. The nice thing about opt-in emails is people opt in. And so when you email market to them, these are people that want to be email marketed to. It's so much more powerful than, say, sending out a Valpak to 1,000 people, spending $3,000 on that, and Valpak will tell you that you get a less than 1% return on that investment, right? So you could spend a ton of money and send out paper ads to 3,000 people, of which nobody asked for those mailings, and people mostly throw them out. Or you can email market to people that want to be emailed, right? And what do you think is going to have the return, the higher return? The email campaigns are, especially if you collect emails properly and you ask for people to submit and request to be added to your email list, rather than just buying a list and sending out massive amounts of emails to people. And there's more digital marketing tools that are coming to your DMS this year. Just so you guys know, we're always expanding. There's more than that are listed on the screen right now. But we have a massive plan to expand what we're going to be calling and branding DMS, or Digital Marketing Suite, so that you guys can have even more tools to increase your online presence by having the tools that you need to be, at the forefront of your digital marketing strategy. And finally is planning, right? You need to understand that, yes, it is October right now, but you have a really great opportunity. If you take the time right now to plan, you've got a great opportunity to plan all of the pages that you want on your website and the content that you need and how much time you have, and give yourself a launch date. If you don't start now, chances are the holiday hustle and bustle are going to sweep you up. You're not going to get it done. And 2016 will be here, and then pretty soon we'll be in October of 2016 and having this exact same conversation. And so it's a really great time to capitalize on that. It's a great time to rethink your content. It's a great time to rethink your social strategy, your online community, your visibility online, and what your actual plan is to get what you need done, and how much time that you have. By the way, this is obviously applicable to any time of the year. It's just that at the end of a fiscal year, it's a good opportunity to actually just do the planning. It feels good to start the new year off with everything in place and ready to go. And on top of that, we're closing out quarter 4 of 2015 right now, and it's a good idea tax wise to go ahead and spend the rest of your advertising budget, or maybe expand that advertising budget right now if you need to, and do that. If you have an organization that you run, a lot of times if you've set money aside for certain things and you didn't spend that budget, that organization will not grant you the same budget for the next year. So, it's a good thing to make sure that all your budgeting is in place as well. So yeah, we'll talk more about a specific plan of action for that. So the first thing we're going to start with is website design, right? So the first question to ask yourself, and the most important question to ask yourself right now, is your website responsive? Is it mobile friendly? The reason why is because there are no excuses. In 2016, this has to be a goal of yours, is to have your website be responsive, or at a bare minimum, make sure you have a mobile website. Our solution helps you to do either. We recommend going responsive just because it is the simpler solution, and it is the more effective solution, because when you go responsive, all of your traffic is counted, together, your mobile traffic and your desktop traffic. Whereas if you build a mobile site, those statistics and analytics are actually calculated separately. And so it just, it's good, it's great. It's just that it doesn't help as much with building your authority online. And so responsive is the way to go. Responsive basically means that when you build the website using that technology, the website will automatically adjust based on the device that it's being viewed on. So as you can see here, you've got a website that's being viewed a certain way on the desktop, but when you go to it on the mobile device, it automatically loads the mobile version, and it automatically adjusts size-wise so that it optimizes the experience for the viewer. So this is a great place to start. At a bare minimum, you really, really need to ask yourself, is your website responsive? And if not, what is your plan to get it that way? Second is content. Evaluate the content. Is it written and presented in a way that will achieve your goals? So again, we went through what the goals of your website could be. Your goals are probably to increase sales, to provide information about your company, right, for credibility, to be a resource for your existing customer or client base, maybe branding to provide reliable contact and directions, and maybe a great way for people to research your company for referrals. So when you're evaluating your content, don't worry so much about the pages. Think about what the goals are, and let your goals direct or dictate the types of content that you're going to write for it, right? It's that simple. What are your goals, and how can your content help you to achieve those goals? Once you figure all of that out, the writing will be much simpler, because you'll know what you're writing for, right? You don't feel like, oh, I don't know where to start. Well, start with your goals. What do you want the website to do, and who do you want it to talk to, and then go from there. Now, I did want to mention to you, like I said to you, as I go through each of these, I am going to go through what maWebCenters clients have as options for taking action on these suggestions. So one of the things that we highly recommend that everybody does, and any web developer or any web firm or internet marketing firm would recommend the same thing, that you should be responsive in 2016. We have a variety of options for our clients to get their website designed responsively. And by the way, when you do that with us, it's still 100% editable and customizable. So it's not like if you go this route, now you're at the mercy of a design center, or you still have options. And again, you can see here that this is loading a desktop view, a tablet view, and a mobile view right here. So your options are simple. You can do it yourself. Like I said, all of our web packages come with free layouts and free responsive layouts. You have the ability to custom design your own design, and you have unlimited access to our technical support representatives 24/7, with the exception of US major holidays. So if you need help for 10 hours at a time, you or anyone you give permission to access your website, you have unlimited support for that. Another option that you can do, which is a great option if you're looking for a little bit more of a head start, but maybe you don't have the budget to get a design package, is to purchase a premium responsive layout. A premium responsive layout is $100. It's not a big, it's just a pretty small upcharge. And what this is a responsive layout that comes with 10 rich and compelling content pages, which also have important business streamlining features. So, for example, you can totally use the free responsive layout for restaurants. It comes with 5 pages, 100% customizable. You can add appointment and reservations and online booking and reservations for tables and all that good stuff on there. But if you did the responsive premium, then you would actually have the appointment tool and the reservation tool already built in. So all you have to do is click on it and customize it a little bit so that it's, basically it's all set up, strategically to help you market your business. There's 10 pages instead of 5, and it just kind of gives you a head start. Your third option for responsive design or any design is to purchase a design package. All of our design packages, again, can be edited within the maWebCenters platform even after it's been custom designed. So when you purchase a custom design, you'll get a project manager and a design team which will work on your website for you. And they will handle all of the custom designing. You're still going to be, involved in terms of creating content, but in terms of creating design and having it be responsive, the team can do that for you. The fees are incredibly affordable. I mean, for a custom homepage design, responsive, it's like $399, $400, and it'll save you a ton of time. So at a bare minimum, that's a great place to start. And again, one of the questions that we kind of talked about in the very beginning is your website branding your business the way that you want it to be branded? A lot of us think about how we want our storefront to look, but we're not as concerned with how we want our website to look. But your website is your storefront. It is your, first impression and the way that you engage your customers 24/7. And so having a design package would be my personal recommendation. It just takes away a lot of the hassle, and you can get a custom design that's done well, that's done responsively, and gives you everything that you need. Okay. I want to show you some samples of our design center. You can see a couple of designs that they've done, and you can see that they're all completely different from others. So this is a cedar home building company. After that, this is the agricultural and food fair. This is actually kind of like an expo that has a very unique style, and it's totally branded for what they do. This is a church which is showing its calendar, services, has downloads, information about ministries. And again, you can see that as they built their website, what really drove their content was what they wanted the website to do for their ministry or their church. I love this cute little design, Holy Shih Tzu. It's so adorable. It's a little doggy, accessories, and apparel and calorie vitamins, all that kind of fun stuff, which is totally different from this, whiskey and cigar website design, which has a completely different feel because it's a completely different kind of business. Now, these are branded websites. These are websites that are branded specifically for the businesses that own them. This is one of the responsive ones, Blue Agave. It's a tequila and Mexican cuisine, Southwest cuisine place, totally branded. This is Ransom Hill Garlic, another beautiful design. And again, you can see that even though the responsive layouts tend to have a lot in common, this one looks totally different. It's all in the imagery, it's all in the placement, the layouts, and the way that things are presented. Look at this one. It's simple. This is a simple responsive site. But again, totally different from the one previous to it. So you can see the design center can do some really pretty amazing work. The next thing that I want you to think about for 2016 is your online marketing strategy. And we're going to start by talking about your social strategy, right? Social media is word of mouth advertising. And so word of mouth advertising is the most effective advertising because people obviously love to make buying decisions based off of referrals from people they know and trust. And social media allows you to do that, in a multiplied way. So rather than just giving, one person gives word of mouth advertising, if they, make a recommendation or refer you on their social platform, now all of a sudden they're blasting that out to their whole network, right? And so having a social strategy for your business can be a really incredible way to reach more people through referrals and word of mouth advertising. In addition to that, it can be a great way to provide customer care for your clients, and it can be a great way um, to also just build loyalty and community within the customer base that you have. So questions to ask yourself are: what platforms are you currently using to connect with your audience? And are you actually consistent with them? How are you connecting with your audience? Are you getting a response, or do you feel like you're posting stuff and no one sees it? These are important questions to ask yourself. What are you doing right? What can you improve on? What platforms do you wish that you were using or that you want to use? And how often will you post on those in 2016? We recommend you have a schedule for posting. What kinds of content will you push out through these different platforms? Can your social media be a source of customer care for your customers and your own clients? Just as a little FYI, last month, our client education webinar series was all about social media. So if you go to our YouTube page, which I'll show you at the end of tonight's session, you can actually view the session on social media and get a lot of great ideas for how to post on different platforms, and what kinds of content to push and how often to post, and the best ways to leverage social media for your business. So there's a lot of free content out there. Now, again, you have the ability to actually manage your social strategy right with your website DMS or digital marketing suite, right? You have social media tools, and you've got support with that you can ask questions. You've got the webinar that you can follow up with, and really it just comes down to being consistent. But if that sounds like something that's a little bit overwhelming for you, you can also purchase a social media management package, which is basically a package where our team of professionals will create profiles for you. They will post written and image-driven content on behalf of your business for you from week to week. They will respond to questions and posts that happen on their page, and basically manage your platform for you. Now, you can learn more about these by going to maWebCenters.com or talking to the web center owner that you do business with, and they can talk more or set up an appointment to go over what your current social strategy is and what your goals for your social media and online community are, and how this may or may not be the solution for you. But you have the option to do it yourself. You have the option to hire a team, and if your needs are even bigger than just as simple as posting on social profiles, you can also purchase an online reputation management program where our team can actually scrub the web on a daily basis to make sure that you have a good reputation online. So, once a situation is assessed, if they find negative reviews, MA Web Center basically will initiate what we call a suppression campaign and launch targeted SEO campaigns and take advantage of social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, etc., blogs to enhance the reputation of your business and bury any negative reviews. The next thing that I'd like you to take a peek at is your online marketing, for your online marketing strategy is your online visibility. Are you showing up on Google or Yahoo? There's more than just those two search engines, but those are the two real big ones, right? And so what is your plan to increase your visibility on those search engines like Google and Yahoo? Are you going to take an organic approach, meaning are you going to build your website up using better keywords and content that are all congruent so that your website will naturally show up higher in the search engines? And/or do you want to do a paid AdWords program, which is a popular way it's just like an online, bulletin where you can pay for space on the search engines, right? What is your approach going to be? Or do you want to do both? I mean, we recommend that you do both, honestly. I mean, an organic approach is always great because it has you naturally showing up where you need to be showing up. Again, if you go to our maWebCenters YouTube channel, we actually did a whole session on how to build your website's SEO value, so that it will show up on search engines organically, where you don't even have to pay for ad space, right? And that's a free session that you can go back and review and learn more about how to do keywords and write good content so that your website will show up. So these are the questions that you want to ask yourself so that you can get more, leads from the search engines. Now, again, just like everything, you've got options. You can do it yourself, review those YouTube videos, or call tech support. Or you can purchase a local or regional SEO package, which is a one-time thing where our specialists will actually look at your website and work with things like keywords and titles and headings and descriptions and other ways so that your website will show up organically in search engines like Google and Yahoo. They will set that up for you so that, again, it's a one-time thing, and it'll take a few months to be indexed, but it's a really great way to make sure your website shows up. The other option that you have is Google AdWords, right? And so I love that Google, it's a verb. Google AdWords is probably the most popular way that businesses are advertising today. In fact, gosh, it's such a big thing. It used to be all about yellow page ads and newspaper ads, that those companies have now shifted their marketing focus and their marketing sales to Google AdWords. And the reason is simple. Google is the place where people go. When people are looking for products, services, or information, they Google it, right? And so a popular way to make sure that your business is showing up when people Google terms that are related to your business is to pay for, placement. It's just like purchasing a commercial or purchasing a billboard, except for one difference. Instead of a billboard outside or a commercial on a television, it's an ad space on Google. So our SEO specialists will guide you through the whole process. They'll take care of making sure that your account is created properly, that the campaigns are set up properly, that your budget is being spent properly, that you're targeting the right networks and areas, that mobile device targeting, all of that stuff that would be kind of, fairly overwhelming for someone that doesn't know anything about Google AdWords. Our specialists are certified and do know a lot about, and so they can handle all of that for you if you'd like. What about email campaigns? Have you thought about doing this in the past, but maybe you just didn't know where to start? Email campaigns, again, they're a great way to stay in touch with your customers because they want to be in touch with you. They've asked to be on the list. And at the end of the day, like, it's a great way to stay in touch about, to build value, and also about new things that may be coming, or new deals, or items that you want to talk to. Now, you can call tech support, or you can watch one of the recorded webinars again, because we offer a lot of free webinars, as you can see, and start marketing to folks that want to be marketed to. Your customers will opt in. They will want to know about your specials, or about your deals, or about events that you have going on. These campaigns will build value with your customers and build loyalty, and it will also keep them in the know so that they don't just, go to some other competitor of yours just simply because you were out of mind and out of sight. Email campaigns can be incredibly effective, and again, our email system is included for free with any website purchase. All right, so planning and content goals. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to ask ourselves, for content, how many weeks do you have until the new year, or until what you want to be your desired launch date, right? How many pages do you need to redesign? Divide those number of pages by the number of weeks that you have so that you actually give yourself a shot at getting the pages done. Because we all know that if you've got 10 pages that you want to redesign, and you just say, oh, I'll get to those 10 pages next week, you just won't. But if you could just say, look, I've got 10 weeks and I got 10 pages and I'm going to knock one out every single week over the next 10 weeks, that is a more manageable and digestible item or action item, and you'll be more likely to actually take action on something like that. Next is, how will you achieve your social strategy, your online marketing goals, or your redesign? This is really important to your implementation part of it, the action part of it. Are you going to do it yourself? Are you going to use tech support or customer care? Or are you going to purchase service and have the team do it for you? There's not a right way or a wrong way to implement your strategy, but you do need to know which way you're going to go, because if you don't know how you're going to get it done and when it needs to get done by, you're just not going to do it. So just make sure you ask these important questions to yourself so that your plan, is solid and it's something that you start doing right away. Make sure you plan for good content. Whether you purchase the design package or you're redesigning it yourself with customer care, again, you have to think about what your goals are. Is it, recruiting new business or opportunities or trainings or, whatever your goals are, you need to know what they are, how many weeks you have, and if you can knock it out, between now and then, again, it'll be done and ready to go. So before I end the session tonight, I did want to let you guys know about an maWebCenters giveaway. I thought it was appropriate to mention this tonight because, we're talking about online strategies, and our maWebCenters giveaway is going to be giving away 1 year of free social media management, one local SEO package, and one customized email campaign layout. And there's two ways that you can enter our giveaway. You can enter as many times as you want per day. You can connect with us online because we want to build our social community more this year as well. It's a huge goal of ours. So if you follow maWebCenters on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, and then repost this design right here, which you'll see on those platforms, you can just go ahead and save it or share it or repost it on your platform and tag a local business owner and use the hashtag #LoveLocalBiz. You're automatically entered when you do that. So follow, repost, tag, and hashtag. We call that Connect with Us. The other way that you are automatically entered to win is between now and December 31st. If you purchase any new website, design package, social media, any of the products that we sell, any maWebCenter products whatsoever, between now and then, you are automatically entered to win one of those three prizes every single time. So you can be entered to win for every product that you buy and every time that you share the image. You can share the images as many times as you want. Tag your friends, tag your local business owners, your contacts, and we're going to build a community together. We are all about providing a huge resource and support system for our local business owners. This year is the year of making local business big business in 2016. And it's a huge goal of ours, and it starts with you guys. So please make sure that you guys interact and you guys do that. Also, just as a reminder, if you go to maWebCenters.com, you can learn more about the different products and services we talked about tonight. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube to review any of those videos we talked about. Our channel is maWebCenters Official. We've got a newsletter, you got a blog.mawebcenters.com, lots of really great resources that you guys can have. So I hope that's been helpful for you guys. It's been real simple, and that's what I wanted it to be, was just let's talk about what your plan is and how you're going to get it done. So hopefully this week you can knock out your planning and decide what your goals are and how you plan to accomplish that by whatever launch date you give yourself so that you guys can be as successful as possible in 2016.